Yes.
I've spoken to a few people,
Yeah.
and they're all not unwilling. They're unwilling to speak with you.
So in other words, they're going to break the agreement and they're going to continue to torture me.
Well, the PAs that I've spoken to, they've received emails from you.
Yep.
Yes, that should be sufficient.
They've been getting emails, but they're not responding to them. They're not doing things under the way the law is. They're not doing
Well,
things under
they've
the
done the
agreement.
best that they could.
They've done nothing but send me off to somebody else instead of fixing the problem.
Well, maybe they couldn't fix the problem.
No, they're just too fucking lazy to
Hey,
actually look past you in their noses.
language.
Well, my language is getting this way. 6 years I've been tortured by these
Yeah,
people.
well,
6 years I've been pinged around when all they had to do was put everything to where it's supposed to
yeah,
be.
but maybe your case is too complicated for them to fix.
Yeah, and that's the excuse they keep making. They did this to me. That's the problem. They failed to do their end of the
That's all right,
bargain.
keep your voice down.
They failed to keep the policy. And then instead of doing what they're supposed to do as a government, which is what a government is policies, and follow the policy, they've done nothing but ignore me and pass me off. Right? The health condition I've got, I did not give it to myself. I did not go and buy an outdated vaccine, poison myself with it, and then hide my own medical records. The Labor government did in
That's all right,
1970.
keep your voice down.
Right?
Right? Keep
Now,
your voice down.
the Labor government,
Keep your
which we've
voice
had
down.
from
Keep your voice down.
2000 until
Lower
now,
your voice because I'm just over here.
right?
Lower your voice.
That's why I said to you, Helen Clark confirmed it because after which was, if I remember correctly, his name was Peter McCarthy, who was the Crown lawyer, who told the High Court Master, which is Master Sergeant, that Wins in the Ministry of Health would cover my costs. She put it in writing for me. She confirmed it. Wins have got copies of it. MOH have got copies of it. The Ombudsman, as in all of them, have got copies of it, including John Key's office has got copies of it. But they keep ignoring it.
You might have to go back through the courts again or something like that.
But the problem is the court won't let me have it heard. They keep making the excuse, till you get it written right, you can't have your case heard, even though you have all your evidence to prove your case.
So you've got the evidence, but someone else has got the evidence. Is that what
No,
you're saying?
I've got the evidence, but they won't let me have it heard. I've even paid for a $900 ex parte to ask, okay, if I haven't got it written correctly, how do I write it correctly? They came back and they said, we don't know how to write it correctly, but till you get it written correctly, you cannot have your case heard. Now that has been bypassed because of the MOH case now, because with the MOH case, when they tried to tell me that I was stealing funds from them when they owed me money, that evidence was showed to a district court judge who accepted it, along with the Crown accepted it, which means because of the way things are, I won my case for that, they owe me the compensation for that, and they owe me my original compensation.
Yeah, I know, you went through all this.
Yeah, and it's been explained,
Yeah.
and there's no argument about, yes, I am correct, but they won't do anything.
No, and these people don't sound like they, unless you can somehow get an appointment with somebody, it'll be the only way you can speak to anyone in here.
Which is why we've been asking and asking and asking and being ignored.
Yeah.
Now, under law in this country, when you put something in writing to a government department or an MP, they must give you a written acknowledgement within 10 working days.
Yep.
Right? And they must explain that why they haven't got it done, you know, within 28 working days to fix it. And if they want more than 28 working days, they have to explain why they want more than 28 working days, and they have to explain what the problem is of why they haven't done it. The problem is, though, none of it's been acknowledged. That's why we keep coming back, we keep faxing, we keep asking, including down to where I got to the stage where I had to file the declaration of war. Now, I gave them 60 days to fix it all.
Yeah, well, that's, what
Yeah.
do you mean the declaration of war?
A proper declaration of war.
Against who?
The New Zealand government, because it's the New Zealand government who are causing me the problem.
Yeah.
And since I'm being treated as a non-citizen, I have the right to file a declaration of war against them.
Who did you file that with?
I hand-delivered a copy to John Key's office, which has been videoed and put up on YouTube. So that's the neutral party.
When did you
February,
do
along with sending it to the United Nations
that? You
again.
hand-delivered it to his office?
Yes, I've got video of it. Not here, his Kumi one.
Oh, okay, his out of office.
His electoral office. Right, which again, that's still a government department, it's still an MP's office, and I should have at least got an acknowledgement of some form. Instead, I've got nothing.
So you want some kind of acknowledgement, is that what you're saying?
I want them to fix the problems they've caused.
Yeah, but you're saying you want acknowledgement or...
Under law, they're supposed to acknowledge me regardless. Whether it's the declaration of war, my complaint about the fact that Winds are ignoring policy and breaking the law, or the fact that they're purging my goddamn file, which is against the law.
Well, the bottom line is, no one wants to see you. Right? This is the bottom line. So unless you can get an appointment with someone who agrees to see you, you won't be able to come in to see anybody.
So you're now denying me the right to talk to Parliament?
No, I'm not denying you the right to talk to Parliament. I'm just saying you need an appointment to see somebody inside.
But when they won't give you an appointment, then how do you get to see them?
Yeah, go to the electoral office when they're
Yeah, and they refuse to do anything, or they send you somewhere else, or they give you the polite version of fuck off. And I've got that on video.
Okay.
Right, and I've put it up on the web so people can see that I'm not just saying stuff, it's up there. It's their own words, it's their own things where they've told me politely to fuck off because they don't want to deal with this. Right?
Yeah.
And it's not acceptable for a government to do this to a citizen of its own country, especially one that they've poisoned, lied to, cheated, promised to take care of, and then gone and shit all over them again.
Okay. So, what are you going to do then?
Well, obviously, I'm being ignored again, so it gives me the grounds to actually declare war now.
Okay.
And actually start committing acts of war, because if you guys arrest me, then basically I'm a prisoner of war because I've already done the declaration. It's been sitting there and it's been served.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, they like that.
So obviously the system is not going to do what it's supposed to do, which means the government is not the government. It's a joke. Okay. And it's a dictatorship, and it's abusing its citizens. And all everybody's done is abuse me, left, right and centre. I've asked nicely, I have done everything under law and policy, and I have been completely ignored. Right? I've even been to the Queen, who has turned around and said to me herself, as well as the ladies in waiting, that she is just a figurehead, there's nothing she can do, and she feels sorry for me. Our crown is the government, not the Queen, not the Governor-General, and unfortunately New Zealand government does not have treaties with the United Nations for human rights. So who am I supposed to go to? My own government are the ones doing this to me. I get told by a High Court judge that I should go to the police to get the police to file charges against the New Zealand government. Yeah, right, like that's going to happen, because they've deliberately purged my file and broken the law.
So have you spoken to the police?
Yeah, and they just don't want to deal with any of this.
What do you mean they don't want to?
They don't want to deal with anything.
What does it say to you?
Polite version again, fuck off.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, polite version, fuck off. Because that's why I got annoyed, because that's why I went to the High Court and I filed papers in the High Court to have them turn around and say, the criminal side of stuff, you've got to go back to the police. I said, but I've been to them and they tell me to fuck off.
So what about your advocate? She can't help you?
She's been trying, and all she gets is the same routine I do, stonewall and ignored.
What about another advocate?
We've been through a whole bunch of them, including others from different agencies. One of them is the one where she went to the head office herself because she happened to have an appointment with somebody in the head office of Ministry of Social Development, who she showed all my paperwork to, who said, yeah, no, I've done everything correctly, but I'm being ignored, and policy has been ignored, which is where she came back and told me this. So I went back to John Key's office, and I spoke to John Key's office.
So are you on no benefits at all now?
No benefit, nothing. That's a breach of the agreement.
No
That's
benefit,
also
no
nothing.
Unemployment benefit.
I'm not on unemployment, I'm on invalid benefit because the Crown did this to me. I'm not covered by ACC.
And none of that? So,
I've got nothing.
So can you go on unemployed benefit?
No, because again, they won't give me my money.
If you're on unemployed
They
benefit?
won't give me my money.
Okay, all right.
We've been through this argument.
All right, okay. Well, I can't do much more for you then.
So, you're telling me that you've talked to John Key's office who have decided to fuck me over again, and you talked to the others that I've dealt with who have passed me off again, because they don't want to uphold the policies of this government.
I don't know what the story is, but obviously they tried in the past.
No, they did nothing. That's why I'm getting annoyed here.
Well, I'm getting told different stories. You've got your
Well,
version,
it's real simple, right? Well, you got access to the internet?
No, I haven't. Not on me, no.
I will give you my YouTube address, right? You can go and see where I visited John Key's offices, and I served the declaration of war, and I spoke to the ladies in his office.
What's your YouTube address?
Right, along with Paula Bennett's office, along with Brianne Smith's phone call to me, along with having to deal with...
What's your YouTube office?
My address is MAR, M-A-R, and then it's a space, and then it's V-L-T-T-H-A...
Hold on. V-L-T...
T-H-A...
So V-L-T-T?
Yep. TSME.
VLTTHA.
Yeah, VLT, that's me.
Mars space VLT, that's me.
Correct.
YouTube.
Yes. Because there's a 2.5 years worth of videos on there.
Okay.
Now, some of the videos deal with the SPCA stuff, which I'm still trying to get the Crown to take responsibility for the fact that they're
What
a business.
With SPCA
they're a business who are able to do anything they like. They can break the law. They've got nobody held accountable to them. I went to the courts and asked the court to take responsibility.
So have you got any?
I've got paperwork, all that, and I'm not
going to.
Have
you had any issues with the law over through the SPCA?
Yeah, and I've also got stuff up on YouTube showing what they've been doing.
And what was that for? With the SPCA?
Have a look on YouTube. It'll show you all.
So you don't know? You don't want to tell me what it's for?
It's all up there, so you can see what's been going on, because they do nothing but they break it into, they lie, they get away with doing stuff, and nobody wants to take responsibility for the fact that they're a business. They are not held accountable to any minister or any agency. The other stuff on there is the stuff to do with the health, where I've been for visits, and the lying sack of shit I have to deal with for the last 15 years, which is the actor who's been using me for years on end. But the videos are up there, the phone calls from when I rang Brian Smith originally, and the times and dates and everything. So look at it,
Yeah,
You've got my phone number, you've got my email.
Yep.
Now I've got to figure out a way to get back to Auckland, because this is the last straw, and I already talked to the United Nations along with the World Court. Originally I was going to take this lot to the Standard Court, which is the Standard Criminal Court, but for the Court of Justice. But then they said, no, file the declaration, see what happens. So now I have the right to take them to the criminal. And because I've looked it all up, I've talked to them, I've made phone calls where I've talked to the United Nations in Geneva, I've talked to them in New York. I've had people try and get things sorted and done here, and they keep telling me, do it here, do it here. And I'm like, here doesn't want to do anything except fuck me over. And that's the polite way of doing it. If I were a Samoan with a bunch of snot-nosed kids hanging off me, or another immigrant from somewhere else with a bunch of snot-nosed kids hanging off me, they would give me a home, they would look after me, and they would go, oh, look what we've done to this poor lady. And if their government did this shit to them, they would be beaching, oh, look what the Samoan going on. Look at this government say that. But because it's the New Zealand government, they don't want to know about it. Because I'm a single white female with no kids, they don't want to know about it. All they want to do is fuck me over. I've done everything correctly. I've been through 3,300 and now 82 lawyers to have them turn around and tell me they're dealing family law.
3,380.
Yeah, family law, criminal law, or they're already under attainder of the Crown. Right? And I've had 5 stop and look at it, and again they all go, oh, you've got a case, but unfortunately I don't deal in that kind of matter because it's classed as a civil matter. You go to the lawyers that they send you to for legal aid because legal aid were willing to pay for it, but again they don't want to deal with it. Nobody wants to deal with anything. They send me here, they send me there, costing me money, costing me everything. So as of 3 days from now, I'll have everything that I own that it was in storage gone and sold by the storage people because I can't pay my storage. And they've done this to me deliberately. It's bad enough being robbed and everything.
Like the Salvation Army.
Salvation Army, I told you what they said to me.
For funds to
I
try
even
and get you back to
no, they don't. No, they don't care. They don't give a shit. Same as I went to I went to Mercy Mission to ask for a food parcel, and their attitude was to give me another version of no, not here in Wellington.
Well, have you tried them here in Wellington?
No, not yet. But the polite version I got from Mercy Mission was, instead of the polite version of fuck off, it was, oh, let me ring somebody else.
Well, do you want me to get you some contacts for some of that?
How am I going to ring them? What am I going to ring them with?
No, you can go and see them.
Again, I can't walk too far, I can't do certain things. I'm supposed to be using my power chair. Instead, I'm dragging my ass around because I can't get what I need.
Right. I've tried all avenues.
So have I. That's why I'm down here. That's why I came to see if I could get someone down here to do something. And I've done everything the right way, and nobody wants to do anything except run me in circles.
Well, I've told you where we are. So next step is up to you, I suppose.
So I go back to the United Nations and the Queen again.
That would be your best bet.
Because the Governor General is useless. I even rang the Governor General's offices and the new useless one, and I said to him, you assign the ombudsmen. And he goes, yep. I said, who fires them when they don't do their jobs? And the answer is, let me get back to you on that and hang up on you.
Why don't you only avenue? Well, I told you where we're at. What's happening.
So basically, I can then do whatever I like because I'm being treated as a non-citizen. at the way things
You
are going.
can do whatever you like. You're free to do whatever you like. Alright?
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.